Hey y'all, it's Jen, a Jet Set with Jen. I wanted to share my year of success with you. I've seen everyone do cakes and muffins and cupcakes and hamburgers. This year, I started sourdough, and so I wanted to do it on a sourdough loaf that I baked this morning. Um, this year, I started this channel. I'm very passionate about luxury travel for plus size women who are done playing small. You know, travel isn't made for every body size, and I want to help women travel confidently, luxuriously, and boldly, and really feel like they belong. So please follow, like, subscribe, join me on this journey. I hope to get to see you this year as I curate world class luxury experiences for plus size women. One of the things I did this year is I invested in Jet Set with Jen. I want to curate world class experiences for women to feel confident in places that weren't built for them and feel like they finally belong. So this last year, I solo traveled to the UK to see my one of my favorite artists, Hosier. I also got to see Travel Rome while I was there. They toured at the exact same festival. Festival life is not for me. I learned that about myself this year. I am made for luxury. I'm made for VIP. I'm not made for porta potties and standing in general admission for 7 hours. Great for those who are. It's not for me. But I did get to see Hosier 5 times. So that was another check mark of success this year is I love Hosier. I love his music. I just think he's a wonderful artist to follow. He uses his platform to speak truth to power for women's rights, gay rights. He speaks out against genocide at his tours. And so just he's a wonderful human being and that I'm very happy to support. And I'm so happy I got to see him 5 times this year. Also part of my solo travel is I traveled to Boston to see Hosier twice. My first solo concert was in Boston at a Hosier concert. I went by myself. I went to the pit. I had the absolute best time. Absolute best time. You might say, how can you do the pit experience but not a festival? Two different things. First of all, it was at an actual venue. It was at Fenway Park. There's real bathrooms for you to use. There's places for you to sit down if you need it. I thought it was a wonderful experience, especially as a plus size person. I did not feel uncomfortable. I didn't feel out of place. I didn't have to worry about porta potties. So highly recommend going to see a concert at Fenway Park and hit me up if you want to go. I'd be happy to go back and go again. I also traveled to Hawaii with my mom. Second time in Maui, fourth time in Hawaii. And I absolutely love Maui this year. One of the things we did differently is we drove up Haleakala Crater. It's a dormant volcano and 10,000 feet up in the air. I do not recommend driving. It was white knuckling for 2.5 hours up and 2.5 hours down, and the 2.5 hours down were in the dark. I do not recommend it. It's like a traditional drive up a mountain. There's a road edge and there's a cliff, and that's it. You're done. I mean, so the first time we did a Haleakala Crater, we booked a sunrise tour. I highly recommend the sunrise tour. I'd be happy to share with you the company I used. Our driver was amazing. He made sure we got great seats to see the sunrise. We weren't up there super long. I wasn't worried about going off the side of the road. So I would highly recommend pay the money, have somebody drive you up Haleakala Crater. I also went to Seattle this year for the first time. I love Seattle. I'm not so much a fan of their hills, but the rest of it, I'm there for. But I did not realize how hilly Seattle was. Two other major life events happened to me this year. One of them is I sold my house. Up until this year, I was a homeowner, and I was very proud of that. If I had done one of these success loaves in the past, buying a home, being a homeowner, it was always this mark of success for me. But with a house comes a lot of repairs, a lot of financial burden. And as a single income household with a 2,600 square foot house for one person and a dog, who I love very much, but it was too much space. It was too much stress. And I ended up selling it because for me, that was the right choice. That's not the right choice for everybody. And I realize there's a lot of people right now who are trying to get into homes. I was able to make another family's dreams come true. They were able to get into a house. But it wasn't for me. And I feel like that's okay. It's taken me some time to resonate with that. But it allowed me to do other things. It allowed me to go to the UK. It allowed me to go to all of these wonderful tours for Hosier and Mumford and Sons and Lumineers and The Head and the Heart. Because I sold my house, I also had the lovely opportunity to buy my dream car. I bought myself my dream car. It's a white Mercedes SUV, and her name is Francesca. And I love her very much. And yes, she's named after my favorite Hosier song. But I just, yeah, it a wonderful, wonderful experience. And another success is I won an award at work. It's a president award. I went to Florida for it. It was great. So this is my Jet Set with Jen year rewind. Thank you so much for listening in, and I can't wait to get to share with you the rest of my journeys, the rest of my travels. In 2 weeks from today, I'm headed to Japan, to Osaka, and to Tokyo with my best friend Justice. We are going to go see a Lady Gaga concert, but also just very excited to go to Japan as a plus size person. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews that things can be different, things can be hard. So tune in next week when I take you through all the planning I did and some of the things I looked at and some of the research. And then, yeah, I'll show you how I'm packing for the trip. If you're a plus size person, this is strategy. Plus size is all about strategy. So, thank you so much for listening in to my year of success on my sourdough loaf that I will be serving tonight to my friends. So, thank you. And please like, share, subscribe. I'd be happy to take you with me on my travels, and I can't wait to meet some of you in person.